Hello everybody. I have the pleasure to meet you today. I am Hussein, Deputy General Manager at Kasbah Tamadot in Morocco. The Kasbah, as you see behind, is built in 1920 by a local governor, located at 50 kilometers in the south of Marrakesh, just in the feet of the Atlas mountain, one of the highest peaks in Africa. We are here at 1,300 meter altitude, but I can tell you the weather is always nice and warm, like this day, sunny and very nice. Here at the Kasbah, we organize different activities for kids, like treasure hunt, walk in the national park, feeding animals. We organize visit to Evronson Foundation creche to meet kids from nearby village to discover their culture, share with them a memory to draw, and get to know them. They will be very happy to meet you. In the Atlas Mountain, we speak Berber, the bread called durum in our language. The bread is well consumed by Berbers, and it's one of the essential products in our meals. Speaking about bread, today I am with my colleague Mustafa. Mustafa, welcome.
Hello everybody and welcome and happy to see you again. So
Mustafa is our pastry chef. Many of our guests who have done the cooking classes at the Kasbah know him very well. Mustafa has been working at the Kasbah for 15 years since opening. Is that right, Mustafa?
yeah, that's been a long time.
He's going to show us today a way to prepare a traditional Berber bread. Very fresh one and delicious. Try this bread at home. You will love it. Even if you failed one or two times, try again. For sure you will succeed.
It's very simple.
I leave you then with Mustafa. Good luck.
Thank you, Hussein. Thank you. So today we're going to talk about our bread, which is called batbot. So this is one of the most traditional bread in Morocco. So it's very simple, very easy, not too much ingredients. You can make it in 1 hour. So it's no more frozen bread. Yeah. So today we're gonna first we're gonna tell you the ingredients. So for the ingredients, we're gonna need 200 grams of wheat flour, 200 grams of white flour, any regular white flour, 16 grams of salt, 12 grams of yeast. Here we have some semolina. We're going to use it later to sprinkle on top of our dough when it's ready. And here we have 200 centiliters of water. You need a large bowl to bake the dough, a baking tray, a fork to mix your yeast when you put the water in it. You need an electric or a gas stove or a burn wood, so you can cook it in different ways.
You don't need then more equipment or ingredients, Mustafa. It's very easy.
Yeah, it's very simple, my friend. You
Yeah.
can make it at home if you don't have time. 1 hour, it's plenty to make your bread ready. You can do that with your kids at home. Just make sure you are with your kids because you have a hot induction or a hot fire. So you need someone to be with your kids while they're preparing this. They will like this, of course. I do that with my sons at home, so it's very good. So they like to do the recipe. So for the recipe, we're gonna start with the flour. So you're gonna pour the flour into the large bowl. White flour. So here for the flour, you make sure you already sieve it. So you pass it through the sieve. Salt. So for the yeast, we're gonna add a little bit of water first, and for the water, I prefer to use hot water. So like that, the yeast start to do the job quickly. So the ingredients will start to rise quickly. So here we're gonna pour the water.
Excuse me, chef. One of our guests asks about 200 centiliters or milliliters.
It says centiliters.
Centiliters.
Centiliters, yeah.
That's
So
perfect.
it's just about 1 cup of water. So every country has a measure. So here we do the centiliters, which is like about 1 cup of water. And warm water, prefer warm water. So here you just make sure you mix your yeast with the fork, so like that the yeast start to combine and do the work. So before that, we're gonna make a little hole, a little well on the ingredients. See here, my friend. So you can use your hands, so don't worry about the mess. So here we're gonna pour the yeast into our ingredients.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here you're gonna start pouring the water. So warm water, not too hot. So just warm water. So everything in. And now it's time to make all the ingredients mixed together. So don't worry about the mix. So you can use your both hands. So you need to work the dough nicely so you get all the ingredients mixed together. As you see at the beginning, it's a little bit complicated, but after the dough is well mixed, it's gonna be nice dough.
Yeah.
So here you start. It takes about 10 minutes kneading with your palm. So you use your palm to knead the dough. So as you see here, our dough, it doesn't need to be like a little bit sticky, so it needs to be like a little bit soft. So the process will take about 10 minutes.
You don't need exercise, Mustafa.
Yeah, this is very simple. So just you need a large bowl, and you need use your palm like this. So sometimes if you feel that your dough is a little bit sticky, you can add a little bit of semolina on top of it, and then you just leave it to rest. So you give it about 1 hour rest, just for the ingredients to raise. And as you see here, we're just gonna cover it with a little cloth. You're gonna cover it with a cloth, and as you see here, I have this one already raised, so it's already prepped to be served. So now we have a baking tray. We're gonna sprinkle a little bit of our semolina on top of the baking paper, so like that the dough doesn't stick. And here we're gonna make a little ball of 60 gram each. So as you see here, you can cut it. This one is already raised.
Yeah.
As you see here, you can feel it is very soft. You see? So now you make a little ball of that. Then you just leave it again on the tray to rest a little bit. So about 60 gram roughly. So it doesn't need to be exact. This we need one more. So again, a little bit of semolina on top of the baking paper. And again on top of it, because sometimes the dough, when it rains, it starts to stick in your hands. So it's very important to use the semolina on top of it. And here you just start to press the little ball with your hands. So you try to make like a little circle with your hands with 1 centimeter thick. So it doesn't need to be too thick, because you're gonna cook it just in an open fire. So it's not gonna go into the oven. So you cook it from both sides. Yeah, so
When you are doing it like this, you have to add always little of.
yeah, a little bit, because it sticks
Yeah,
sometimes. Yeah. So again, a little bit more like that. And then you try to turn it to the other side. And then when you have your circle ready, so sometimes people, they make it in different sizes. So if you want a bigger piece, you get bigger dough on your hands. So this one about 60 gram roughly. And before that, we have the preheated pan. So the pan is already hot. So just take this one like that. So the pan is already hot, so you need just a hot pan. No oil, no nothing, because the bread doesn't need the oil. So you just put it nicely like that into the preheated pan, so a medium heat, and then you just put it into your pan. So it takes about 45 minutes to cook from both sides. From both sides, and then you need a golden brown color. Yeah. So this one will take about 4 minutes from one side, and another 4 minutes from
the other side.
From the other side, yeah.
Oh, okay. Here I see my colleague Mohammed. Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing, Mohammed?
I take you.
ما سنتويت ما بك قصدي محمد.
يا اخي الحمد لله.
ارمني ان شاء الله تريد.
السوق.
مالك يسناول.
هذه تقدمي كده روا.
أسر دنك يا.
يا.
وما دست قد سياسي.
برمازان.
برمازان.
يا.
اسمي عدلنا يا.
أقولك
يا دار كرانا نمدوك على السوق تنزرت
يا
غير
نظر ندوكال ديما نتناقص السوق السوق.
هيا مش كاين لا نقدر العمر نسوري دو هادي
25 عام تقريبا.
هي تعيش 25 إلى 30 عام بارك الله.
حتى يخدموا دوريا في
وما مش كاين نهار سلك ياوي السوق
3 سوايع 4 سوايع.
3 سوايع 4 سوايع زيدك يا ربي غفو لك
ونعاونوا ربي.
الله غير يخليك. Hi, this is my colleague Mohammed. He's going to the weekly market for shopping. He's riding our mule called Parmesan from our mule shade here at Kasbah Tamadot. He said that he makes 3 hours to go to the souk. It's a long way. That's why he uses the mule in his trip, because this animal is resistant and strong. For information, the mule, as Mohammed said, are an intermediate of donkey's male and horse female, and they have an average of life between 25 and 30 years. Their food consists of straw and barley. Let's go now back to Mustafa.
I have a question for Mustafa, please. Someone is asking, where are you from exactly?
I'm from Asni. I'm originally from Asni, and I was born and grew here too. But I start my career in Casablanca. So I started about 20 years ago in Casablanca. I was a little bit younger, but I spent most of my time here in the Kasbah. So 15 years in the Kasbah.
And for the information for our guests, 99% of people working here at the Kasbah are locals. Mustafa, do you prepare other kind of bread or just
Yeah, of
this
course, Hussein. We have plenty of kind of bread. So we have tannour. This one is called tannour. This is one of my favorite bread.
It's a special one.
Yeah, a special one because this one is cooked in a traditional way.
Yeah.
So it cooks with the burn wood in a traditional way, freshly made. Every morning you have to make to bake the bread. And this one is with the seeds. So it's different kind of seeds. And this one which we're making today, which is called batbot, also is very important, very interesting in our table. And this one is called mahrash, which is topped with the grain of barley. So it's very, very delicious also. And here is our piece of bread is almost ready. So you're just gonna turn it a little bit up. Yeah, and this one is ready, fresh, as you see here. Doesn't take long time to cook.
How many loaves of bread you prepare a day, Mustafa?
Yeah, so sometimes it depends on the occupancy.
Yeah,
so
depends on the occupancy of the hotel.
Yeah, so sometimes when it's full,
When we are fully booked, for example.
yeah, when we're fully booked, sometimes we're about roughly 250 to 300 pieces of bread, and different.
That's too much.
Yeah, it's too much.
And
for
a
her,
lot of work.
yeah,
there.
lots of work. So we have
Wow.
we have a great team to do all the job.
Aha.
Yeah.
What do you do with the overleft bread?
Yeah, so for the leftover bread, we always make sure we feed it to our chicken. So we take it to the mule shade over there, and we feed it to our chicken, and then we make sure we don't waste any leftover bread.
Ah, okay. I remember one time, Mustafa, so about 2 years ago, we have 2 kids stayed at the hotel with their parents. They found 2 ducks, eggs, in our garden. They took them to Mustafa in the kitchen
Yeah, I remember
to
that
make
too.
an
That's a
organic
nice
omelette.
dish, Yeah,
It was a cooking class without notice.
yeah, they just go to the garden and pick some eggs. Yeah.
But you too, do not hesitate when you come back when you come here to the Kasbah to grab some organic vegetable from our garden. We have all what you need to prepare your dish, and Mustafa will be more than happy to do that.
Yeah, of course, I'm more than happy to help any kids they go to the garden.
Maybe we'll receive a rabbit next time to cook
Yeah,
it.
why not? Why not? Rabbit, ducks, or even pigeons. We can do a pastilla pigeon from the garden. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
We have a
yeah.
question for Hussein from behind the screen. What do you called, you said?
Parmesan.
Parmesan.
It's one of our mules from the mule shade. Those mules are used for riding for our guests when they are here. The kids can also ride them, but in presence of their parents. Oh, here I can see my colleague Abdo. He's with his camel. Hello Abdo, how are you doing? هو ماني تري
السوق قادر
تريد السوق ولا كي
السوق قادر
راه مادنا كيفل شويه
شويه يا
غير اريد احيي يمزي يسولو راه مالك
يا الزي
راه مولا انت ريت تعيش 25 30 عام رتيني
يا 30 عام
ما اذا ديتا ويتخي
لا
الزور
دي هنيك الخضر
يبان سني كتسلمو دنا
ان شاء الله
غاسا
يا نبدا
ايوا غير عقد يخفل هات يا محمد بحال يزري
اخي ان شاء الله نبدا
الله
في
ربي
الغرض.
الله يغفل
نبدا في الغرض.
الله يغفل اكيد الله ربي Abdul said he is also going to do souk. He is joining Muhammad for sure. Our camel that he is bringing called pumpkin. He's from the Kasbah also. He's in our mule shade, and next time you can visit it. I let you know that most of the Atlas population here lives on agriculture and animal husbandry. The weekly market represents an opportunity for those people for shopping and communicating, and an opportunity to share together some meals in the popular restaurant. Mustafa, أزول في اللون يمدوك اللي نعزانين تنميرت نبهرة اسمقورنا ياد نزراكن غير هنا دو فولكي Our cooking bread lesson comes to an end. Thank you so much, my friend. I know we are all sharing hard time because of this epidemic, but this will clear soon and back to normal life, inshallah. Now we will have some tea with my colleague Mohammed. He is the Kasbah mint tea maker.
The question, please.
Yeah.
You still have got the peacocks.
Yeah, we still have two peacocks here. I think they have some eggs. And maybe after this epidemic, when you visit us at the Kasbah, they will be more than 6. We have ducks, we have rabbits, we have turkey, we have pigeon, we have goats, all sorts of animals.
Yeah.
Then please, we go to see my colleague Mohammed to have some meat with him. Hello Mohammed.
Hello, Mr.
How are you?
Hussein. Fine, thank you, and you? Welcome to Kasbah.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
Mohammed is one of our face that you will meet all the time at
Yes,
Kasbah
sir.
Tamadot. He is the one who make mint tea and show you how to make the mint tea. Mohammed, which ingredient do you use to make the mint tea?
I use the green tea and the fresh mint,
Yeah.
garden fresh mint.
From our garden.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, Mr. Hussein.
yeah.
And the sugar.
Sugar.
It's easy to make it.
There is no
Yeah, you don't
that
need too much
ingredient.
ingredients. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Oh,
Mustafa
fine,
is here with us with his bread.
Yeah. So here we have
Ready?
the fresh,
What do you have there?
bakely,
Mustafa?
freshly baked bread.
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna serve it with olives, olive oil, and honey. So these three elements is very important to serve with the bread,
Good.
especially for breakfast. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
now we
like
can,
that at
and
breakfast time.
also with the tea, the mint
Good.
tea.
Can we have some mint tea, Mohammed?
Yes.
I miss your mint tea. It's very good.
You can smell that from here. Yeah.
Yeah, you can smell the mint. Let's save you, Mustafa.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you, Mohammed.
Thank you. I wish you a lovely afternoon. Please stay safe. All the best from the Atlas Mountain. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, and I hope
Bye-bye.
you enjoy this recipe, and I hope to see you again here in the Kasbah after the pandemic. Thank you very much.
Thank you.